Hello, my name is Andrew, and I am so excited to do this interview. It's a question a lot of people have been asking me and have asked me in the past about how I've been able to do business with my wife, or my wife been able to do business with me, and we've been able to make a success out of it without having spousal thieves. I think the word motivation maybe not. I think I would say passion. For example, myself and my wife started off as a childminder, and I was still working my 9 to 5, and when I get home I will sit with the children and teach them the things that some of them are after school children, just teach them. And this is a passion I've had since I was a child. My mom used to say there's no child that come to our house that will refuse me. So I think it's more of passion for it rather than any kind of motive or motivation, so to say. So in doing a business with your wife, is this something you have passion for? And there is something about togetherness. When both of you are in one accord, you understand it, there is no limit to the heights you can get to. And we started to get more children. I went and did the training for childminding, and then from there the place started to get bigger because of the togetherness. Where there is unity, there is blessing. And this is an aspect that people miss a lot. There is so much pride. People don't want to say, it's my wife that started first, or it's me that started first. Some wives don't want to work with their husband because, and all those things, they just limit to the heights to which you can go. Very good question. How do we align the business goals and the goals for the home and make it work together? This is very, very important for a spousal business. You need to know what the goals of the home is and what the goals of the business is. This is where vision comes in. Those vision is what will set the priorities for the things you have to do. How much time you spend in the business, how much time you spend at home, what do you do first, which of the entities do you pick on first to do, how much finances is available to implement what you want to do based on what you have for the home and what you have for the business. It has to also be very clear to everyone, including the children. They know what the business is doing, they know what the next project is, and so also those who are the ends of affairs and across board within the business. Effective communication of the vision is also as important as the vision itself. It must be clear, it must be explicit, it must be well understood by everybody in the house and in the business. They must know where you're going per time, and this will help to align both, because everybody that is a stakeholder understands where you're going, and this makes it very easy for both the vision to come together and produce an entity that is sustainable. I think role definition in creating a spousal business is very, very important. You cannot have a successful spousal business without defining your roles. Role definition removes any kind of time wastage or duplicity of task. It's also very good in avoiding spousal thieves. You cannot have a successful spousal business without having definitive roles for each of the spouse. This will ensure a happy working place. It will let your business move to the next level, and it will ensure that you have the income that you deserve from the energy that you're investing in your business. You've asked me what our spousal values are and how these have influenced the business. First of all, I would like to say that myself and wife were been friends. We were friends for about 5 years before we got married, and we've been married for some time now. So we understand each other very, very well. This is a key in any spousal business for success. You have to know one another, you have to understand one another, and you have to have mutual respect for one another. Not just your strength, but both strength and weaknesses. The second thing I want to say is that we have the fear of God. We understand the spiritual responsibility of one another within the business and to one another. The third thing I want to say is that understanding the responsibility of one another, you understand what you need to do, and then she understands what she needs to do. I do have my responsibilities within the business and within the house, within the home, and it doesn't impact on one another. Same with my wife. She understands, we have a mutual understanding about what our responsibilities are within the business, and she understands my responsibility, and she respects my office within the business while I respect ours within the business. So this has been very essential for us and helped us in building the business to where it is right now, and we're hoping to take it to another level as we scale up on the things that we're already working on. I think it's very essential to know what your partner is good at and what you're good at. And she also must understand what you're good at and what you need to improve on. Once this is clear, and when this is clear, it is easy for the business to move forward. It helps delegation, it helps to have a strong footing for the business, and it also helps to scale the business, because once you understand what you're good at, you then apply yourself to it, and you then see a lot of progress in the areas in which you are applying yourself. Everyone has different strengths, and everyone has areas of improvement, and you have to understand this and use that to your advantage rather than your disadvantage. Spousal tips is not something we do, we might have areas where we don't agree with each other, but it doesn't degrade into something that is out of order. The first thing I would say is that you have to understand one another. I cannot overemphasize this. Once you know your spouse and your spouse knows you, you will be able to work without any sort of unnecessary headaches. Now, I am a very strict acting person. My wife is calm and relaxed even when things are needs to be done. So I understand that, and she understands that this is the way I am. In meetings, I can make decisions and be strict about what I want, and she will be calm and just take it. So this has helped us because our personality complements each other. This is an area that is very key because it requires trust. If your spouse does not trust you on your decisions, maybe in the past you have been one that make rash decisions that cost the family, then it can be very difficult sometimes for the person you're working with to really trust what you're saying and be able to go with it. The other thing I want to say is that, again, we understand roles and responsibilities. There are times as the chief executive I have to delegate to her, and she has to go and do what I have said that needs doing, and she doesn't feel like I'm just telling her what to do, which is what most couples will say. Why are you telling me what to do? And why are you doing this? And this stems for our understanding of the spiritual aspect of our relationship, which ensures that she understands what the role is, I understand what the role is, and the fear of God helps us to put those roles into perspective when we have things that are a bit complicated and we need to deal with them, even though we are two different people coming from two different perspectives. God bless.